Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Monday morning here in the UK. At any rate, where are you around the world? I did pop a little note in the chat to let me know where you are, what your name is, and where you're tuning in from. Well, I was going to say it's a bit of a grey miserly day here in Scotland, but actually it looks like there's a bit of blue sky. One of the brilliant things about being in Scotland is that the weather, at this part of Scotland anyway, is that the weather seems to circle through every 5 minutes. So even if it wakes up raining and grey and dark, then it could be blue skies and sunshine within the hour, which is something I love. And I feel like there's a lesson in that, isn't there? In London, it always felt like if it was grey, it was going to stay grey for 2 or 3 days. But yes, these things cycle through. All things shall pass. So let's say a few hellos. Hi, Rebecca. Good morning to you from New York. Hi, Charles. Charles in the Cotswolds. I had a little scroll through and a look at all your lovely faces this morning as well. I don't always do that. But it's nice to see who's joining me every morning. I've been doing these for about 4 years now, and we always had a regular group of meditators that I was live streaming on Facebook, some of whom have joining me on the Zoom as well, some of whom still watch this on the live stream on Facebook. So hello to you all if you're watching as well. Yeah, we've got Charles, we've got Alison in Hilversum, Netherlands. Lovely. We've got is it Marjolaine? I don't know. Sorry if I haven't said that right, from Paris. Maggie in Chester, Ian in Glasgow, Zazie from Slovakia, welcome. Charles from Dorset, good morning. Louis Francois, Saint Laurent du Maroni, French Guiana, South America. Amazing, wonderful. How exotic as well. Hi, Lena. Lena's in Stockholm, Sweden. Hi, Elsa. Elsa's been joining me on this journey for a long time now from the Netherlands. Tanya's in Bavaria. Sandra's in Melbourne, Australia. Jutta from Northern Germany. Cindy in sunny Harrogate. Melanie, good morning from Sneek, the Netherlands. Janine in Cologne, and Issy from Taiwan. It's a rainy day here, sending you all sincere greetings and love. I'll do a few more hellos at the end. It's really lovely to have you all here, and I always like to do a few hellos at the beginning just to show what a global community Findhorn is, and it always has been. If you're new, then do let me know as well. So every day in the week, we do half an hour of meditation at 9 o'clock UK time. It's an introduction to one of the founders of our spiritual community here in Northeast Scotland that's been going for 60 years now. And that founder was Eileen Caddy. She was a prolific author. She was awarded an MBE by the Queen for her services to spirituality. She was an extraordinary mystic, a huge inspiration to me in my own life. She had such a dedicated and devoted spiritual path, really from humble beginnings, as a humble woman that married into the military, who didn't really think about spirituality, but was introduced to this way of life through her husband and took to it like a duck to water. So she had a very dedicated spiritual practice which she called inner listening. We can think of it as a form of meditation, but rather than using any type of meditation technique to escape this world, which is never really what meditation should be used for, it was to open up this deep sense of stillness and silence, which all of the mystics across spiritual traditions advocate for. It's only in these conditions, creating this quality of stillness and silence, that we can hear the still small voice within, that voice of God, or whatever you would like to call that sense of the ineffable, that greater, bigger, wider presence that moves through you, listening to that voice rather than the voice of the personality. So luckily for us, she wrote a lot of her guidance down, and it was put into this little book, Opening Doors Within. And there was a little contemplation of her guidance for each day of the year. You can see my book is very well worn and soggy and used. So in these meditations, I will read, and we all read. It's not me every day of the week. We have a lovely different meditator every day of the weekday. I'm going to guide you into meditation, and I'm going to read Eileen Caddy's guidance for today, and then we'll move into this still place of the silence within to hear our own inner listening. So I invite you to find a comfortable sitting position. And you can roll your shoulders back, feet flat on the earth, spine nice and straight, neck nice and long, chin parallel to the floor. And I like to place my palms facing upwards in my lap. You can rest the back of the right hand in the palm of the left hand and touch your thumb tips together and rest them on your lap. It's a mudra, sacred hand gesture for directing energy flow in meditation. And if you're somewhere safe to do so, I invite you to close your eyes. And just take a moment to arrive into the space. No matter where you are in your day, whatever the day has brought you, just allowing it to release. You can notice any sounds, noises, movements around you, and just release them and draw your senses inwards, so that you have this sense of being present behind your own eyes, alive in your own being. Relaxing the body, releasing any tension in the shoulders, the neck, the facial muscles, just unwinding. Just having a little bit of attention and effort to learning how to keep the spine straight but relaxed, the body deeply relaxed but alert, creates the right physical conditions for the mind to release and for us to access deeper states of meditation. And let's notice the breath. Sense of the fresh, clean, new energy at the tip of the nostrils rising up the nose. And then breathing out the old through the nose. The old thoughts, the old feelings, sensations, the old day. Breathing in the new and breathing out the old. Allowing the breathing cycles to soften and lengthen naturally in and out through the nose. And I like to drop my awareness down into the heart space, the middle of the chest. A little to the right is the home of the spiritual heart, our divine spark. It helps bring me out of my head, into my body. I'm feeling this sense of warmth and availability here. Deep intimacy with ourselves. And from this place, I invite you to listen to Eileen Caddy's guidance for today, November the 17th. Do you feel that you are part of the new? Do you feel that you blend in with the whole in perfect harmony? Or do you feel uncomfortable and ill at ease? If you do, it is far better to move out and find another way. Only those souls who are in harmony with the new, who are willing to leave all the old behind without any regrets, and who have the spirit of adventure, are ready for the new and will be able to move freely into it. If you still want to hold on to the old orthodox and conventional ways and ideas, afraid to break the old molds, then you're not ready for the new. It takes courage, strength, determination, and a deep inner knowing that what you are doing is right. When your faith and trust are in me, and you know that I am guiding and directing you, you will be able to do all that needs to be done with deepest love and joy. So allowing these words to carry us deeper and deeper into this state of open inner awareness and availability, inner listening. Whenever thoughts arise, or feelings or physical sensations trouble us, we simply come back to this I am feeling. Or we can ask the question, who am I? As an anchor, a remembrance to come back to this beautiful, peaceful presence that lives beyond the personality. Who It takes courage, strength, determination, and a deeper inner knowing that what you are doing is right. When your faith and trust are in me, and you know that I am guiding and directing you, you will be able to do all that needs to be done with deepest love and joy. So, taking a moment with your eyes closed still to just revel in the loving presence of your own being. Just a moment more. Who am I without the thoughts, without the old patterns, behaviors, ways of being, bodily aches, feelings? This sense of newness and aliveness available for us in every present moment. Taking a slightly deeper breath in through the nose, connecting the breath to the body, becoming aware of the space around you, attuning to the sacred vibration of the day. A day lived from our heart with love. And then very gently in your own time, let's release the meditation and slowly open your eyes and come back to the space. Welcome back, everyone. Lovely to have you all with. Thank you for the hearts. Love it when I get hearts. Oh, you're so welcome, everyone. So it's sometimes easier said than done, isn't it? Not to go back into those old patterns and to constantly be breathing in the new. It does take real strength. Sometimes I think it's really good to work on our physical body, kickboxing, weights, whatever it is, so that we have this inner strength, the discipline to pull ourselves out of those old patterns. Because a lot of our, when Eileen was writing, we didn't understand so much about the brain, about the nervous system, about neuroplasticity, about how our body chemistry alone can sometimes pull us back into that old way of being. So it takes a lot. A kind of a modern day meditation teacher, Dr. Joe Dispenza, talks a lot about the connection and the importance of understanding the science between meditation, around meditation, that there are certain setups in our own body and our thought patterns and our brain chemistry that can pull us back into those old ways of being, those old ways of thinking. It takes constant practice and repetition. And coming to these meditations is a good way to start. All right. Liz is saying, I missed the readings because I was on Facebook. We read every day from this book. It's always the same book, which makes it easy. It's called Opening Doors Within by Eileen Caddy. Hopefully you can see that and it's not the wrong way round. I don't know. 365 daily meditations from Findhorn. Eileen Caddy's no longer in the body, but she was the original founder of this community, along with her husband, Peter, and their friend, Dorothy McLean. And it's a spiritual contemplation for every day of the week. Findhorn's a non-denominational community. We don't align to any one religion or spiritual tradition. We talk about this, listening to the still small voice of our God within. And you're always very welcome to come and visit should you be in the northeast Scotland area. Elizabeth saying thank you and light. Helen saying thank you, Dominique, Rudolph, and everyone here in the meditation. We say thank you to Rudolph. Thank you, thank you, thank you for making the Zoom work today. Mimi saying wishing everyone a gentle day. Yes, sending you lots of love. Edith saying thank you, Dominique and Rudolph, and wishing everyone a blessed week. Thank you all for coming together. There is a power in group meditation. I know that I say this quite frequently, but I think it's worth repeating. I feel it. Do you feel it? It's slightly different when we meditate by ourselves versus when we're together. There's a group energy, a group wave we can ride on, and we can do that if we listen to the replay as well. So it's very beautiful. Thank you for joining me. It's always a privilege to hold space for you, and I'm sending lots of love for your week. Take care, everyone.